The truth about being a successful founder is far darker than most people dare to admit. It's not just the long hours, the sleepless nights, or the endless pressure to perform. No, it cuts deeper, much deeper. It is a lonely kind of darkness that creeps into every part of your life, and you can't just turn it off when you want to. If you've built something real, something others called impossible, that success itself can feel like a cage. Like you're trapped under the weight of expectations that you never asked for but now cannot escape. Picture this. Everyone sees the results, the revenue, the growth, the shiny headlines, but they don't see the cost. They don't see the nights you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, haunted by what-ifs and failures that never really go away. They don't see the way your closest relationships fray, because the hours you give to your dream leave nothing for your family, friends, or even yourself. You start to feel invisible in your own life, misunderstood even by those who love you most. You become a ghost, moving through your own story while chasing the pressure that never lets up. And here's the cruelest part. The success that was supposed to bring you freedom becomes the very thing that enslaves you. The brighter you shine, the more they expect. The higher you climb, the lonelier the view. Suddenly, you're not just leading a company. You're leading a shadow of yourself, someone performing, someone wearing a mask, because if you show the cracks, if you show the real pain, what will happen? Who will stick around? Who will see the mess and still believe in you? Trust is a fragile thing, and for founders, it's almost always on loan. This kind of loneliness is not just emotional, it's existential. It makes you question your worth not in the market, but in the core of who you are. You ask yourself, am I more than this company? Am I more than the money, the status, the achievements? And no one really prepares you for this moment. Everyone talks about how to build startups, how to grow fast, how to get investors. But no one talks about how to survive the success that follows. So what then? How do you pull yourself out of this darkness when the walls are closing in? When the very thing you built to prove yourself becomes the thing that isolates you the most? First, you must dare to admit that the traditional idea of success is a lie. It's a script someone else wrote for you, expecting you to follow without question. That talk about work harder, push faster, sacrifice everything, it's not the only path. It's the path to burnout and broken souls disguised as victories. Real strength, the kind that lasts, comes not from endless sacrifice, but from radical self-awareness. It comes from knowing where the line is, your personal line, between pushing forward and pushing too far. You have to reclaim your time, not as a luxury, but as a lifeline. Time away from the screens, meetings, and endless urgent things. Time for silence, for your own thoughts, for the people and passions that no amount of success can replace. This isn't a tip or a strategy, it's survival. Without this, the loneliness eats away at you piece by piece until there's nothing left to hold on to. Next, recognize the power in vulnerability. It's scary as hell, right? To show the cracks when everyone wants to see a fortress. But vulnerability isn't weakness. It is the only way to connect with other humans on a deeper level. The isolation you feel is not because you are truly alone. It's because you hide behind a mask of perfection nobody can live up to. Let someone in. Find the few who will hear your unpolished truth and still stand by you. This is where real power is born. Not in numbers, not in spreadsheets, but in raw, honest connection. And you have to fight the noise of the world that tells you to conform, to fit into boxes that never suited you anyway. The system that says you must act like everyone else, play safe, follow the rules, and never question the status quo as a trap. It steals your uniqueness and replaces it with a dull version of yourself that's easier to manage, but impossible to love. Success demands more than compliance. It demands rebellion, a refusal to settle, to bow, to hide your fire so others don't get burned. But don't mistake rebellion for chaos. Real rebellion is disciplined. It's patient. It's about being the sovereign of your own destiny, not a slave to trends or expectations. Every choice you make to stay true to your vision, every time you say no to what doesn't serve you, you are reclaiming your power. This takes courage, the kind that can't be faked but only earned through hardship and relentless self-examination. It's vital also to remember that no one reaches greatness without others. The myth of the lone founder is exactly that, a myth. Exceptional individuals find their strength not by isolating, but by connecting fiercely with a small circle of trusted allies who challenge, support, and elevate them. These are not networks of noise. These are alliances forged by fire, bonds that refuse to break because they understand your drive, your pain, and your vision better than anyone else. Seek out these people relentlessly. Build this rare, truth-driven circle around you. In this journey, patience is your greatest weapon. The world obsesses with quick wins and instant gratification, but true, lasting success takes time. It's a long game. Those moments where the world seems stagnant or indifferent are the moments when you double down on your vision. It's easy to burn bright and fade fast. The real founders build sparks that grow into enduring flames that no one can ever quietly extinguish. Remember, the biggest trap of success is to lose yourself in the process. To forget why you started, what you dreamed of, and who you truly are beneath the titles and the money. The most dangerous enemy is not the competition outside, but the compromises you make inside. Holding on to your individuality as you grow is your greatest rebellion and your most precious gift. So this is the secret. The dark side of success isn't a sentence, it's a call. A call to rise above the illusion of comfort and conformity. A call to embrace the discomfort of growth, to stand sovereign over your fears. To question everything that you've been taught and be willing to break the rules that no longer serve your soul. To build not just a company, but a life that belongs to you. Raw, wild, and unapologetically real. This journey isn't for everyone. It's not for the comfortable or the compliant. It's for those who feel that quiet storm inside, that tension that never lets them rest because they were meant for more than a borrowed dream. It's for those who would rather burn than bend, who know the world as it is but refuse to be defined by it. If that's you, if you feel that fire gnawing at your bones in this very second, lean into it. Let it guide you to others who burn like you. Together, build something that no one can ever take away. Find the freedom that's not an illusion, but a fierce, lived reality. Because the darkness you face is not the end, it is the beginning of a radical rebirth. And in this, you are not alone. You are not broken. You are awake. Keep rising. Keep becoming. Because the world needs what only you can bring. The fierce, unfiltered power of a founder who knows freedom is owned, not given.